India is preparing for the big election battle in 4 states and 1 union territory. In just a few minutes from now, the Election Commission will be announcing the polling schedule for West Bengal, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Assam and Puducherry. Interestingly, this comes at a time when the opposition has moved an impeachment motion against the Chief Election Commissioner. And this will be the biggest test for the strength of the INDI bloc, as 3 of the 4 states going to polls are ruled by the INDI bloc parties and non-BJP government. But will the BJP be able to breach the INDI bloc's fortress this time? And that's the big question. In all, 824 seats are at stake, with 20 crore voters deciding their fate. Last time, in 2021, the turnout was 82.28%. Let's take a quick look, a quick overview of what to expect. And let's begin with Tamil Nadu. Total 234 seats in the state of Tamil Nadu. The DMK-led alliance swept the elections in 2021 with 159 seats. The AIADMK-led alliance stood at 75. The difference in vote share was about 6%. And this time, of course, we have a high-profile debutant, which is Vijay, who has so far refused to ally with anyone else. And then there is Kerala, the last bastion of the left. There are 140 seats. The LDF secured 99, making Pinarayi Vijayan the first CM to lead Kerala 2 times consecutively. Can he make history again? Then let's talk about West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee's bastion. She's serving her 3rd consecutive term, but has an aggressive BJP challenging her. Total seats in West Bengal 294. Didi won 215 last time. The BJP had 77. The difference in vote share was about 10%. As far as Assam is concerned, the 4th state going to polls has been with the BJP for the last 10 years. There are 126 seats up for grabs. BJP has 75 seats. Last time, the Congress and its allies had 50. The difference in vote share in Assam was nearly 1%. And last but not the least, the union territory of Puducherry. Total seats 30. The NDA has 16 seats. UPA had 8. Independents 6. So the countdown has begun for the Election Commission's press conference at 4 p.m. Let's also take a look at what is at stake for the political parties. For the BJP, it's a test for brand Modi. He's their only face in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and West Bengal. In the south, the BJP is still forced to piggyback on regional parties. And this is an opportunity to prove BJP isn't just a North Indian party. It's also an opportunity for the BJP to defeat regional parties' grip. These polls will also test the limits of BJP's Hindutva brand of politics, a significant minority population in poll-bound states. For the opposition, there's a lot at stake. This is a test of the credibility of the regional satraps and also the strength of the INDI bloc against the NDA in these states. The opposition parties will also have to maneuver through growing ambitions of national parties and coalition dreams. West Bengal, Kerala and Tamil Nadu are among the last states in the country where the BJP has struggled to make inroads so far. But will that continue this election? This is also a test for secular politics. As for the opposition, this would also be an opportunity to counter the appeasement narrative that is often peddled by the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have some breaking inputs coming in as well on the broadcast. Just minutes left before the press conference, an hour before the MCC comes into place. Mamata Banerjee announced increase of 500 rupees in monthly honorariums of pundits and muezzins. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has put out a post announcing these measures. Mamata Banerjee said, and I quote, "I'm happy to announce that our Mati Manush government has delivered on its promise to all its employees and pensioners and to lakhs of teachers and non-teaching staff of our educational institutions, as well as employees, pensioners of our other grant-in-aid institutions like panchayats, municipal bodies, other local bodies. They will start receiving their ROPA 2009 DA arrears from March 2026 onwards, as per the modalities detailed out in the notification issued by our finance department." So moments before the briefing of the Election Commission, Mamata Banerjee has announced these measures. Let's go across to our reporters for more on this. We have Dharni, Arpita, Pratibha and Mohit joining us along with Ridhita. Let me first come to you, Ridhita. Mamata Banerjee made these announcements just before the press conference is about to take place and just before the MCC, the Code of Conduct, kicks in.
Absolutely, you see that just half an hour prior to the dates being declared, Mamata Banerjee has made this announcement where the claims of the Purohits and Mujahidins who have been making a request of their bhatas to be increased over the years, now just prior to the date release, that has been increased by 500. Now they are going to receive 2,000 rupees per month. And also on the other side, we see the teaching and the non-teaching staffs under the 2009 DA arrears ROPA Act, that has been also increased. Now this will be also released. These funds will also be released from the month of March itself. So this comes just prior to the election dates, which are going to be declared within half an hour. This claims, opposition claims that this is completely an election stunt, because also with other schemes that Mamata Banerjee has launched over this month, like Yuva Shakti and Lakshmi Bhandar's increase, they say that keeping election in mind, this has been TMC's stunt completely, that she is now going to find the Yuvas and such faster release of funds which have been stalled over years and months now, that is now being released so fast. So this is completely an implication on the elections, keeping elections on mind. TMC is playing
Rikita,
this
stay on with
card.
us. Let me also go across to Sagarika joining us from the news. But last minute announcements also telling people that, look, we've kept our promises. That's Mamata Banerjee's post.
But let's also remember, Swati, these have been long pending demands. And this announcement comes on social media platform X. Now, Mamata Banerjee, who has been holding rallies and, you know, her Padyatras, who says that she stands with the people of Bengal. She is her Sarkar stands for Mati Manush, has not made that announcement, say, in a rally. This comes just minutes before the election commission gets set to announce the poll date. So that is why the other allegation that is being leveled by the BJP is that this is nothing but a poll stunt. Two announcements, and let's take you through the timeline. One announcement comes about 44 minutes ago, which is at 2:40 p.m. The poll panel briefing is set to be held at 4 o'clock. Now, Mamata Banerjee says, I'm pleased to announce the increase of 500 rupees in monthly honorariums extended to Purohits and Muezzins whose service sustains the spiritual and social life of our communities. With this revision, they will now receive 2,000 rupees per month. So the increase in the monthly honorarium and now the amount comes up to 2,000 rupees. Earlier, it has been increased by 500 rupees. At the same time, all fresh applications have been duly submitted by Purohit and Muezzins, have also been approved by the state government. We take pride in nurturing an environment where every community and tradition is valued. So this is an announcement that comes at 2:40 p.m. Now let's take you through the other announcement, and this is the interesting one, because you've been seeing protests also on the ground in Bengal, especially the protests by teachers. The questions that have been raised on the way the state government conducts the examinations for government teachers. In this announcement, Mamata Banerjee says, I'm happy to announce that our Mati Manush government has delivered on its promise to all its employees and pensioners, and to lakhs of teachers and non-teaching staff of our educational institutions, as well as employees, pensioners of other grant-in-aid institutions like panchayats, municipal bodies and other local bodies. And here she says they will start receiving the 2009 DA arrears, the ROPA 2009 DA arrears from March 2026 as per modalities detailed in the notifications issued by the Finance Department. So these two schemes, the announcements coming in just minutes before the announcement of the poll dates.
All right, Saga, thank you for getting us the details. We have Rahul Sinha of the BJP joining us on the broadcast. Rahul Sinha जी, आपकी पहली प्रतिक्रिया प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस से ठीक पहले ममता बनर्जी ने सोशल मीडिया पर जाकर ये घोषणाएं की हैं। लोगों से ये भी कह रही हैं कि देखिए हमने अपने वादे पूरे किए, पुरोहित और मुएजिन्स को जो ऑनरेरियम मिलता था उसमें इजाफा भी किया।
देखिए, आखिरी में इस घोषणा से स्पष्ट हो गया ये सरकार नहीं रहेगी। अभी इस घोषणा से लुभा के सरकार जीना चाहते हैं, लेकिन इस जो सरकार जा रहा है, जो सरकार नहीं रहेगी, उसका पीछे कोई नहीं जाएगा। इसीलिए इस घोषणा से सरकार ज्यादा कोई लाभ उनको नहीं मिलेगा। लोग जो डीए है वो लोग जानते हैं, इतना दिन डीए को इन्होंने विलंबित किया, इन्होंने डीए नहीं दिया, और अभी आज घोषणा ये सब जानते हैं जो क्या है, पुरोहित को देना है या मुएज्जिन को घोषणा है, ये सारे घोषणा खोखला निकलेगा। कोई उनके ऊपर विश्वास नहीं करेंगे, कारण सरकार नहीं रहेगी तो घोषणा का कोई मूल्य नहीं रहेगा।
राहुल सिन्हा जी, आप कह रहे हैं घोषणाओं पर निर्भर करता है कि क्या होने वाला है, या घोषणा ये बता रही है कि ममता बनर्जी सरकार क्या सोच रही है? Okay, I think we've lost that line with Rahul Sinha of the Bharatiya Janata Party, who was taking a jibe at the Mamata government, who says this shows that the government that Mamata Banerjee's party knows that perhaps they won't be able to win the upcoming election, and that's why, out of fear or desperation, they have made these last-minute announcements. That's BJP's jibe at Mamata Banerjee for the benefits that have been rolled out by the Bengal government just ahead of that press conference, just ahead of poll date announcement by the Election Commission. Employees to get their pending DA. Apart from that, pensioners will get the arrear relief as well, and the monthly honorariums that was given to the Pandits and Muezzins to be increased as well. BJP taking a jibe at the Mamata government, saying this is nothing but desperation of the Mamata Banerjee government of the TMC. It also goes on to show the fear of losing elections. That's why these last-minute announcements are coming in just before the poll dates are announced, just before the code of conduct is implemented on social media. We have a reaction coming in as well on the broadcast. Let's listen in.
By announcing 500 rupees extra for Purohits and Muazzims of West Bengal, just hours before ECI is supposed to announce the poll dates, it is proven that Mamata Banerjee is visibly shaken. She is scared of her imminent defeat, and not only of her defeat, the entire Trinamool party's defeat. Mamata Banerjee, after seeing the massive brigade rally of yesterday attended by the Honorable Prime Minister, she is visibly shaken. She knows that her defeat is absolute.
On the broadcast, we also have our guests, JVC Sriram, political strategist, Mr. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist. Let me quickly go across to our guests as well. Our reporters will continue to be with us on the broadcast. JVC Sriram, as per BJP, this is nothing but desperation, the last-minute announcement. But what would you say? Do political parties normally do this? Do they want to pack in all sorts of promises, fulfill those promises, and pack in all sorts of announcements just, at the very last minute?
Good afternoon. I think, it's become a trend now, and I think, there is no point in blaming any incumbent, because every incumbent has got into this trend of announcing these kind of stuff, SOPs, releasing those funds. And this has happened in many of the states, and I do not see Bengal as any exception to that. As a result of which, yes, probably the political parties will have to factor in that the incumbents are going to have that advantage of being in power and the ability to roll out those doles in the last minute, whatever you call doles, welfare measures, or bribing the voters. That's been a pattern. And I don't think too much should be taken into it. And that is, it happened. In Bihar, Nitish Kumar did it. In Maharashtra, BJP, Shiv Sena, NCP government did it. In AAP, in Delhi, AAP could not do it because probably they didn't have the funds. And, that's been the pattern. And even in Tamil Nadu, a month back, 5,000 rupees challenge released to all the people. But people also understand that this is just a tactic to,
All right.
get the votes. So as a result of which, people are also smart enough.
All right.
If
JVC, please stay on with us. Hold on for a minute before I come to you. We have some breaking inputs on the broadcast, and we're given to understand that ahead of the press conference, ahead of the announcement of poll dates, DMK has sharpened its attack on poll panel, saying that the Election Commission of India should merge with PMO, and that the Election Commission waited for the Prime Minister to finish his rallies, and that Election Commission wants advantage for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Let me go across to Pratibha, my colleague, who's getting us reports every single day through election yatra of what's happening on ground. Pratibha, DMK has hit out at the Election Commission of India. The allegation is that they've timed it so perfectly well that they waited for the Prime Minister's rallies to be over to announce the dates.
So, Swati, this attack has come in from the opposition time and again, and this election is also going to be very, very crucial for the India bloc in particular. In the 5-state elections, there are 3 states where there are regional parties that are extremely strong. You spoke about West Bengal, similarly in Tamil Nadu and Kerala as well. In Tamil Nadu in particular, in the 234-seat assembly, we saw previously it was a big standing of the DMK. On its own, it had about 133 seats, with its alliance getting much more. And this time around, for the BJP as well, it's going to be a big test because they've increased their vote share, especially in the Lok Sabha elections. But can they actually convert that into seats or not? Another interesting aspect in Tamil Nadu is also going to be of Vijay, who is also going to be contesting from his party, TVK. Whether there is an alliance or not, that remains to be seen. There are multiple issues. One among them, like you mentioned, Swati, is the fact that the DMK has spoken about how they need federalism in the state. They have spoken about more autonomy needed, and they have claimed that the centre has interfered multiple times in the functioning of the state. The latest claim as well is that multiple central agencies and also autonomous bodies like the Election Commission have been under control of the centre. This is the charge that has been levelled time and again by the regional parties, including the DMK as well. This time as well, in the elections, they've spoken about how Tamil identity, Tamil culture and protecting the state's autonomy is going to be of utmost importance.
Absolutely. Let's not forget, in the backdrop, you have a motion which was brought in by the TMC-led opposition for the removal of the CEC. We also have Darni on the broadcast. Darni, this also tells you that the war of words is only going to continue, with the opposition hitting out at the Election Commission, questioning and doubting every single move.
Well, in the last 1 month, the Prime Minister has visited Tamil Nadu thrice. First, he came to Madurai and then subsequently to Madurai. And a few days back, he made a visit to Trichy district of Tamil Nadu. So he participated in both government events and public meetings organized by the NDA. And of course, we saw the Prime Minister visiting West Bengal day before yesterday. And now the DMK is telling that the Election Commission of India should merge itself with the Prime Minister's office because they are announcing the poll dates for all the poll-bound states only after the Prime Minister is done with his rallies. So they should probably merge themselves with the Prime Minister's office because they are giving a favourable edge to the BJP as far as the elections are concerned, is the attack that is coming in from the DMK. They feel that the Election Commission of India is not having a partisan attitude, and in fact they are giving a favourable edge to the BJP in all possible situations, is the attack that is coming in from the DMK here. And but the DMK is also expressing confidence that this time they'll be able to win. Their alliance will be able to win more than 200 seats out of the total 234 assembly constituencies. But as Pradibha was rightly pointing out, the BJP's vote share has considerably increased in Tamil Nadu, especially in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. So whether the BJP will be able to turn this increase in vote share into
except Assam, as far as West Bengal, Kerala and Tamil Nadu are concerned, these are the bastions of the opposition, the INDI bloc, where the BJP for several years, so the past several elections, has been attempting to expand its footprints. We have some breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. We're given to understand that ahead of the poll date announcement, Congress has released a list of candidates, and this is the second list of candidates of the Congress party for the state of Assam. So for Assam, the Congress has released another list. This is the second list of the Congress party. Meanwhile, more breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. So you have the Congress releasing its second list, and the Aam Aadmi party has also released a list of candidates. This is the first one as far as the Aam Aadmi party is concerned. It has 14 candidates, names of 14 candidates. So Election Commission is going to announce the poll dates ahead of that. For Assam, both Congress and AAP releasing its list of candidates. Let me go across to Mohit, who's joining us from outside the Election Commission's office. Anytime now, the press conference will take place. Poll dates will be announced. Ahead of that, party is releasing their list. We were just talking about Assam, where Congress has released, Mohit, its second list, and AAP its first.
Well, yes, in fact, Swati, we are reporting just outside from Vigyan Bhavan, and shortly from now, the big announcement will come from the Election Commission that what exactly are the dates, and as soon as the dates are being announced, the model code of conduct will come into place. And Swati, this announcement of date comes in the backdrop of the fact that how the SIR process has been completed in all the states, and we have seen that how various opposition parties, almost all the opposition parties, were against it. They went to the Supreme Court, and in fact, interestingly, this press conference comes at a time when in both the houses, in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, the opposition parties, specifically led by TMC, they have submitted notice for the removal of the CEC. So that question for the first time perhaps would be answered by the CEC today when he takes the question from the journalist. Now, when it comes to the list that have been released, we saw Congress releasing list, Aam Aadmi Party releasing list. So it shows that when it comes to India bloc, the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress Party are not on the same page when it comes to fighting election in Assam. Now, when it comes to West Bengal too, the India bloc is not together. So that could have an advantage for the Bharatiya Janata Party. But yes, these will be very interesting and important elections. We have to wait and watch because in 2021, the West Bengal went to elections in 8 phases. But the sources now say that West Bengal elections can take place in 3 to 4 phases. Assam can take place in 2 phases or a single phase. Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry, like earlier, will go for a single phase elections. Now in West Bengal, we know that how several companies of the Central Armed Forces, they are already there, they have reached, and the commission will look at the situation.
Yes, and we also saw the face-offs between the TMC and the EC and the TMC and the BJP over the entire SIR exercise. Let me quickly go across to Mr. Rajagopalan. Mr. Rajagopalan, DMK says that the Election Commission is going to announce the poll dates at the time when the Prime Minister's rallies have been completed. So they waited for the Prime Minister to finish his rallies to give this advantage to the BJP.
Swati, DMK was set to announce tomorrow morning, Monday morning, 10,000 rupees to one more installment of 1.5 crore Tamil women folk. That is why the Election Commission announced this by stopping that. Tamil Nadu state exchequer is saved. Otherwise, the DMK was wanting to, shave off all the funds, whatever they had in the kitty. So therefore, it is high time Election Commission announced the date. Number one. Number two, peculiarity of this election, Swati, the Parliament is facing an impeachment motion against the Election Commissioner. He is holding a press conference. Tomorrow, if Congress wins in Kerala, DMK wins in Tamil Nadu, Mamata wins in West Bengal, what will they do? Will they say that impeachment motion was wrong or right? Free and fair poll was all done. And moreover, today, in the press conference, I am very sure some correspondent will ask about the Mamata Banerjee's freebie announcing after the election commission announcement, that also model code of conduct coming into being.
You're making an important point, Mr. Rajgopalan. As always, you are also joining us with some inside scoop that you always have. We are taking a very short break. Our guests along with our reporters will continue to be with us. This discussion continues on the other side.